Hi everybody! I'm going to show you how to use one of my favorite iOS apps, which is called Waterlogue. It turns your photographs into beautiful watercolor images, and I just love it. But I've developed a couple ideas that I use to get better images, and I'd like to show you how I do it. I'm using an app called Snapseed. Snapseed is a free app from Google. I'm working on an iPad mini, but on an iPhone it looks a little different, but basically works the same way. I'm going to click this open button at the top, go out and find my image that I want to use. And I'm just going to grab this image right here. I'm going to click the use button. Now you can see my different categories are listed here on the left. On an iPhone they're in a stream across the bottom and you scroll left and right, but basically they work the same way. The first thing I like to do is go into the crop. I'm going to be uploading this one to Instagram, so I'm going to go to ratio and choose a 1:1 crop. I can drag the edges to make this little crop box bigger, and I can move it, so if I wanted a different kind of crop, maybe something like that, I can get it. When I'm happy, I click the apply button. And the next thing I'm going to do is go into tune image. You can see that within each category you have a lot of different settings. If you drag up and down, you can choose the setting, and when you get the one you want, such as brightness, you drag left or right to apply that setting. So here I've brightened my image a bit. I'm still in the tune image category, so I'm going to scroll up and go to contrast. I'm going to increase my contrast a bit, and then finally in this category I'm going to saturation to up the color a bit. Next I'm going to click apply. And then my last thing I want to do is go to details. Now, the important thing to remember is I'm really overcompensating on this image. I wouldn't use this for any other reason except to pull into Waterlogue. So I'm going to actually over sharpen my image a bit. Apply it. Go out and save this to my photo album. And then I'm going to pull it into Waterlogue. So now I'll open Waterlogue. Click the little camera icon. Go to my photo library and find my image, which is right here. Waterlogue is starting to build based on the natural filter, which is the default filter. You can see the line underneath the natural filter at the bottom. That's telling you which one it's currently using. You have a lot of different filters at the bottom. The little icon gives you a basic idea, but really you just have to play with them to find the look you're going for. You can see that one sort of in the center called Travelogue has a yellowish cast to it. So it does kind of give it a warmed up kind of glow, where its technical uses a lot less color and really emphasizes the edges more like a pen and ink drawing almost. So here's the natural filter that I've applied. I also want to go scroll across the bottom, for example, and show you the Travelogue filter. So again, this is the one that adds that yellowish cast. When you click on it, it gives you a little thumbnail over there on the right, which really doesn't give you any representation. So click that thumbnail and then it goes ahead and applies that filter. And when you're happy with the one that you've applied, you can then go ahead and save it out if you want to. So this is the Travelogue one. It has that yellowish cast to it. And once it's applied, then I can go in and save it. So it's really doing a nice job. It's going in and adding a lot more of a warmth to it. And I kind of like how that's looking. So when it's done, I have the choice to save it out, or I can go ahead and move on more if I want. The little heart on the right-hand side allows me to save my image. I can also scroll over here and change things such as if I want to increase the brightness, put a border around it, change the size of the lines and so forth. So you have a few settings that you can use. But that's my favorite app right now called Waterlogue. And again, I used Snapseed to help prepare it before I pulled it into Waterlogue.